Hello, I'm Bryan Hutcheson, Sheriff of Rockingham County in the city of Harrisonburg, and thank you for joining me for this week's edition of the Rocktown Crime Report on rocktownnow.com. Today's Friday, May the 31st. Hard to believe it'll be June tomorrow. It's see, where does time go? It flies when you're having fun, but we're gonna have a lot to cover today, so let's get going right into it. First and foremost, with the jail, this Friday marks 3 weeks exactly that the jail has been closed due to the major repairs to the plumbing that needed to be done. Originally, it was estimated at, right in the realm of a couple weeks. But again, today is 3 weeks, and it looks like it will more than likely be another week from now. So we're getting close, we're making progress, but it's still a lot of finishing touches. We're gonna put some pictures on the screen that you can kind of look at and see. Compared to some of the pictures we put on last week, a lot of progress has been made, but still really a lot more, I would call, like finishing touches to get everything back together and operational that we have to get through. We're estimating that at about another week. So hopefully on next Friday's segment, we'll have some good news for you with a hard date that we're going to reopen. But as of the way we sit right here on the 3-week day, it's been a little bit longer than thought, maybe almost twice as long. But to that end, to put it simply, the repairs were really about twice as bad as what they thought. They knew it was bad, but once they started working, it was much worse than expected. So of course it took a little bit longer than expected. But we're round the bend and coming up to where we want to be, back to normal, fully operational sooner than later. And I really think we'll have some good news for you next week. So appreciate you hanging in there with us on that. The next thing we're going to talk about, we don't have any jail numbers clearly because we've been closed. We're going to get back to that when we're open. I think we have some interesting ideas. Maybe that'll be an informative way of looking at some of those numbers and data as we get to that. But for today's segment, I wanted to kind of touch on two different things that we've seen here recently in the community. One of them was actually the question of the day a few segments back on the Rocktown Crime Report, which was involving scams. And so we kind of went through, you go back to the archives on Rocktown Now, you can kind of see some of the pointers we talked about then. But just to be brief here today, since that time, we've had a couple more scams that were of a significant nature. And I'm talking about not hundreds, not thousands, but like tens of thousands of dollars that local citizens were scammed out of. So the scams are very much going on, and very big-hearted, kind-hearted folks are unfortunately falling for those scams. So I just wanted to take a quick second and reiterate, we've had a few more of bigger scams here recently in our community. So to put it brief, don't pay now. Don't pay before the service. Everybody in a scam wants you to pay now. Don't pay now, and always verify the information you're given before you pay out anything. Take the extra time, verify information. Do not pay now. These scams are still very, very present in our community, and it's sad to see a good, kind-hearted person to get scammed out of money, more than likely that they'll never ever see again. And a person that doesn't have hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to lose because they're professional con artists, and they're very convincing in telling a lie to get your money. So call us if there's anything we can do to help. If in doubt, take the time to verify. Call us, call your local PD or whatever to do that. Another thing I wanted to touch on real quick that we've seen here recently, and I think have been on several of the last Crime Solver segments we've done on WSVA. We do those on the radio, and I know several of the ones more recently have involved vehicles, outbuildings, houses being left unlocked while unattended. And usually those crimes are crimes of opportunity, because if a car is unlocked, it's easy. It's a grab and go situation. We've seen it again with sheds and outbuildings, garages, residences, unattended, unlocked. And it's just too easy a target. And what we usually see on those is that individual responsible for it, it's a spree. It's not just one car or one shed or barn or house. It's 5 or 10 or 15. They're going through that particular area and just going for the easy grabs as they go. So take the extra second, extra minute. I know, your habits are hard to break, but secure those vehicles, residences, secure your property when it's not attended. If you happen to know, going back to the Crime Solver saying, if you happen to know or have information about any of these crimes or anything like that at all that's going on, never hesitate to call the Crime Solvers hotline. That's 540-574-5050. You can call that anytime. You can be anonymous. you can be eligible for a cash reward. If you know information about crimes like that or scams or anything else for that matter, don't hesitate to call Crime Solvers, but do take the extra time to secure your property. And we've seen a number of those, unfortunately, that were little crime sprees of just grab and go. So be aware of that. Next thing we have up for today, we got the question of the week, and that was submitted to us by the newsroom at rocktownnow.com. And the question they gave us for today is, what is the biggest challenge facing law enforcement today? And that one, I didn't have to spend a whole lot of time thinking about. It's really, I think it's pretty clear, probably not just locally, but probably even nationally. I think the biggest challenge facing law enforcement by far is staffing. It's hard to get good folks. It's hard to keep good folks. Just not, for whatever the reasons are, there's not the interest in the profession. I have some theories as to what that might be, but that would take 15 minutes or more. I could go on and on about it, and they wanted me to keep this thing a little briefer than that, so I won't get into my theories, which I believe are true, but suffice it to say, that is a big, big challenge we're facing, to attract and retain good folks. So you'll see we're going to put a flyer on the screen here. Very much that applies to RCSO. We're looking for good people, and I'll throw in a shameless pitch for that right now. We're recruiting. We accept applications on a 24/7 basis. You can walk in to our office and put one in our main lobby anytime. The jail's closed, our main lobby's not. You can put in an application anytime. We have the QR code. You can get it off of that. You can get it off of our website, rcso-va.com. But we are very much hiring. For us, working in the jail, all you have to do is be 18 years old. So if you know somebody, your friends or neighbors, or you might be interested yourself, that's great. No, we're hiring, and now the way it works is, if you come in and turn in an application, we'll pretty much get you a same day or next day interview. That's where we sit with it. We need good folks. We're looking for them. And if that's you or somebody you know, come by and see us. Don't hesitate, because we'd love to have you. The thing with the sheriff's office is, you start at the jail. Say if you're 18, you can start at the jail. As an 18-year-old, we're currently starting salaries a little over $47,000 a year, with insurance, benefits, holidays, overtime, you name it, all of that goes with it. And you're off more days per month than you work. So it's a great career. If you haven't thought about it, maybe give it some thought. And a lot of our folks, being the fact that they're off so much, have side jobs or different things they do for additional money on their days off, because they have so many of them. And then our locality has been, it looks like generous enough. We're going to be able to get on July 1 here in another month. We're already in June. Like I said, a month from now, there's going to be a 5% increase. So really that starting salary a month from now is going to be almost $50,000, $49,000 and change. I think it comes out to almost $50,000. And that's for uncertified, right off the street. Once you get certified, you get more money that goes with that. So that's the biggest challenge. We're facing the challenge like everybody else. And I'm not too ashamed to throw in the plug to ask anybody, if you know somebody, check us out. Give it some thought if you haven't. And it's a wonderful, wonderful career. A lot of opportunities in the career, a lot of opportunities in the sheriff's office if you're interested. So think about it and appreciate that. In conclusion, and we'll wrap this thing up, starting with the jail. I think another week or so, we're around the bend, but still a lot to be done. But I really feel like on our segment here next week, we're going to have some really good news about getting open back up, and when that might be real close. But again, probably another week, which puts it at a month, considering the seriousness of the repairs. That's, I don't think, too unreasonable, although we understand the inconvenience. Summarizing on the scams, verify the information you're given, never pay right away, call us, do something to verify, and don't rush to pay money that you're never going to get back. And on your property, lock your cars when they're unattended. If you can have additional lighting around your home or park your car in an area that's well lit, that's always great too. But just take the extra second, lock the car, lock your shed, lock your house, and don't make it an easy target for criminals, which love easy targets where they can get something for nothing. So remember that. Check us out if you're interested in job opportunities or know someone who is. You got our website. Come by and see us. We accept applications on a continuous basis. If you're interested, we take them all the time. So that's our segment for today. Hope you have a great weekend. We do this segment every Friday, so hopefully, again, I feel like next Friday we'll come with some good news. And in the meantime, Be safe. Have a wonderful, happy weekend. Thank you for tuning into the Rocktown Crime Report. We'll see you next time.